All right, let's take a look at our new project timeline functionality. So here I am. I'm on a place or a project where my family roofing company is roofing the Lincoln Water System building. And we've added this new cool feature here where you can create a timeline that you can share with the customer. You could post it on your website, but it'll just be a timeline of the photos you've taken at that project, and it will update so that if you share it with a customer, they can see the new photos as you're taking them. All you need to do is you need to go to a project page like this, and then right down here it says timeline disabled. So everything's disabled by default. Now if you want to enable a timeline to share it, you're just going to slide this over, and then you're going to see this share timeline button right here. When you click that, that's going to give you the link to the timeline for this project. Okay, so anyone that you share this with is going to be able to see the photos from this project. Now there's a way, I'll show you later how you can hide some of those photos so they don't go on the timeline, how you can cancel the timeline. But for now, when you take this link, you can just click copy, and then I'm just going to go up here, open a new tab, and paste that link in there. That's going to load in the project timeline. Okay, so this project was a Lincoln Water System. It's going to automatically use the name of the project. It's going to put it up here. If it doesn't have a name, it'll just use the address. And then it'll just be a timeline of all the photos you've taken. So you start to scroll down when the project was created, and then on the different days when certain photos were taken. And so whoever you share this with, they can scroll down here, and you can just give them a really nice, kind of a pretty timeline. And this has been a big project for us. So it looks like we've been on this for a while. And I'm going to go all the way to the bottom, all the way down to this. This is actually the most recent photo taken. That's at the bottom, but they can click in on a photo if they want to. They can download it, or they can swipe through them just like they can on a shared gallery. But what it allows you to do is to just basically share your projects with customers, with any really interested third party that you would want to show the photos to. And the beauty of it is, as new photos come in, they will automatically be available on this timeline. And then all it is a link, so you can email that link to someone, you can text it to someone, you could post it on Facebook if you wanted to show off a project. It's just going to create this nice timeline of the photos that you guys took over there. So a couple things here to make sure I explain. Now, if there's certain photos that I don't want to show up in that timeline for whatever reason, they're internal photos, I don't want them to go out, you can just select some photos at this place. So I could select these last 5 photos here. I'll hit shift and check that one, and then I could go to actions, and then if I click this hide in timeline, then those photos will no longer show up in the timeline, so they're hidden. At some point we'll add a little demarcation on here of which photos are hidden. But now if I go back to the timeline, if I open that back up, those photos that I selected, now granted they'll be all the way at the bottom, but they're gone. That top row of photos is gone out of the timeline. Another thing to mention here is, if you decide you don't want the timeline to be that you share it with someone and then you want it to go away, you can just come back in here and turn it off, and then if someone tries to go to that timeline again, it'll just say that it's not available and it'll be gone. So it doesn't have to be permanent, it can be temporary, but you'll just have to turn it off if you want it to go away. But this is just what we think is there's several really cool things you can do here. You can send this timeline to a customer so that they can see their project getting done in real time, so that you're not constantly having to email updates to them. They can see it. 2 would be to share these on social media. We think they can really show off your project and the start to finish. Make your business look really good. And the 3rd would be to link to them on your website. You could have a recent projects page on your website or a blog, and link to these project pages where people could go through and browse pictures of the project from start to finish. So this is something we're really excited about, and I think you guys are really going to like it. If you have any questions, you can always message us over here with the little chat button, or you can email me anytime, Luke@companycam.com.